That's good game, man. Because like I said, a lot of youngsters they don't realize that kidnapping, extortion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and whoever they can get to.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's whoever they can get to. You know what I'm saying? And like how we come up, like when we got a situation, sometimes it's too threatening to attack the situation head on. So we'll follow the girl, put a track up under the girl car, and just lead us right to the prey. She coming sooner or later. You got to see your woman.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So soon as she lead us to it, and then we just sit back and, you know what I mean? And we can about know from her, like, when you're gonna be there or not. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're gonna be at the house before she get there, we're gonna watch her enough to see if you're gonna be at the house before you get there, or after she get there.
Yeah.
Now if you're there before you get there, now we can see when she start making her move towards the house. We already there.
Just like that.
Just like that. That's just if we hunting. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you're exposing yourself for the hunt to be took down just like that.
Hey, take heed, man, because I know exactly what he's talking about, because I done been a hunter, and I done sat hours in the car waiting for motherfuckers, man, and it's some real business, man. So this game is serious, and you guys need to recognize, man, but we're going to keep it pushing, and he going to continue with his story. We got some real shit coming. So Peanut, man, you were saying that case was very political and that they were trying to use you as a scapegoat. So what ended up happening with that, man?
Wow. They end up indicting me, and they use that indictment to get the warrant to let, because they couldn't get warrant for homicide because I was a suspect. You know what I mean? So they got the warrant and the indictment for the drugs. You know, like I said, in '96. I came up here to see my brother, you know what I'm saying, and try to help him out or whatever. And whoever he must have told him he had the drugs already or something. And when he opened the door for him, turned around and hit him in the back of the head and then killed his wife. So during that time, I was trying to get to the bottom of finding out, you know, what happened to him. I ended up getting apprehended myself because I'm so used to being in the South and out West. To whereas like when they pull you over, they just ask for license and you keep moving. But Detroit is different. The first thing they actually do is get out the car. You know what I mean? So my mentality wasn't totally focused on the system of how it is here. You know what I mean? So when they pull me over, I'm getting my ID ready. You know, I got my little fake ID shit going on. You know what I mean? So they was like, get out the car. I'm like, motherfucking Detroit. So when I get out the car, they took me to the back of the car. They went to search the car, and they proceeded to pat me down. So when they proceeded to pat me down, I tried to run. They grabbed my hoodie, slung me around. The other one drew down, and they pulled my gun off of me. You know what I'm saying? And at this time, like I say, our cops were so corrupt. I had some real cop killers in there, them bullets to go through engines.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Bulletproof. Yeah, I had some cop. Each bullet's supposed to be like 20 years back then. But they kept the bullets. They wanted the bullets.
Damn. They took the bullet and kept the bullets.
They kept the bullets, man. You know what I mean? And I ultimately ended up beating the case, you know, because they had me in the county jail for like 13 months.
Okay.
Well, I was there 10 months first, but I was there for like 93 days. I asked my attorney, like, what's going on? He's like, I don't know what's going on. So I was like, oh, we'll file a speedy trial motion or something. So no, that ain't how it happened. I actually had a girlfriend who was a paralegal, and I had a sister, my brother's girlfriend was her girlfriend. So she was coming to see me, and they kept asking, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, you ain't been charged? And I said, I ain't been charged. Like, you gotta be charged. No, I haven't. I've been sitting here. So my paralegal friend, which her name was Cherie, she was like, they violating the speedy trial, woo, woo, you know what I'm saying? So after about a month and a half of listening to that, I told him to go talk to my attorney. You know what I'm saying? So I said to talk to my attorney, and he looked it up, and then he filed a motion for a speedy trial. Like my 93rd day in the county jail, he filed a motion for a speedy trial. They still didn't do nothing. But what they did was, at least 20 times, man, they'd take me down, wake me up 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, like I'm going to court. And just send me through, you know how the bullpen shit, go from bullpen to bullpen, change
Early in the
clothes.
morning, so, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then at about 8:30, when they realize I'm not going, then they change me back out. You know what I'm saying? So I get back up to the floor about 12:30 every day. I leave at 4:30, get back at 12:30. Every day I'm in the bullpens. You know what I'm saying? So they did that. They never arraigned me. So on 170th day, my lawyer filed for dismissal based on a speedy trial. I didn't get to court till probably like my 181st day. You know what I'm saying? The very first time I was ever arraigned, I've been in jail 181 days already. You know what I'm saying? And the judge was just like, I've never seen a miscarriage just like this in my life. And he said, as bad as I don't want to do this, I have to. You know what I'm saying? And he said, Mr. Brown, your case is dismissed.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so everything from back then was just gone.
And so you were actually, at that point, you were free.
I was free. I was free. But had I just sat down, like that's what, like y'all just got, man, listen, first 48 is giving it to these guys, man. Like, just don't say
Keep your
nothing,
mouth shut.
man.
Keep your mouth shut.
Because when I was in the detention center, because they transferred me from the county jail to the detention center for like 2 months. When I was in the detention center, 2 detectives come to visit me. So now when I'm going out there, I'm like, damn, gotta be my attorney. So I'm grabbing my papers, because this day ain't no visits. You know what I'm saying? So I grab my papers, and as I'm going in the room, I see 2 white gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at them like, neither one of them my attorney. So I'm talking to the officer that's taking me down, and I'm like, who are they? Neither one is my attorney. So he talking to them like he just ignoring me, like, nigga, you know what you finna do. You know what I mean? So I'm telling him, bro, I don't know these motherfuckers. So he telling them, when y'all finish, just hit the button right here. I'm like, no, hold on. Neither one is my attorney. So I proceeded to walk out with him.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It was like, I was like, who are y'all? So they like, oh, we did one private investigation. Oh no, y'all need to holler at my attorney, John Royal. Come on, man, take me back to the spot. And I walks out with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As I'm walking out, they're like, oh, he's good. I hear them say that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's good. You understand what I'm saying? I hear them say that. So as we walking back, he like, man, you know you the first motherfucker that done that?
Wow. So they were expecting you just to go ahead and just spill the beans.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah,
wow.
First one that done that, man. So from that point on, but because before that, like, they created paperwork and everything to get the streets to try to tell where I was at for the 5 years I was gone. Saying that that I was working and all that old type. So if they showing this to niggas in the streets, and they trying to get niggas in the streets to leverage me to give my position up.
Basically, it didn't come back with you like, look, this was the they saying.
Yeah.
They try to put a twist on it.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, but because they said, because even back then, my vice paper said refuse to talk. They scratched out talk and put refuse to sign and made a statement.
And how'd you get access to all this paperwork?
Because after just being in there so long, you filing for discoveries.
And they got to give it to you.
Yeah, they got to give it to you. Being in so long, they filing for discoveries. You know what I mean? So at some point, they got to give it to you.
Discover, y'all. Keep your motherfucking mouth shut.
Know that.
So after all this, you're free to go. What transpired later that got you the federal case?
Well, they were so mad that my case got dismissed. They appealed it. I won the appeal. And then right after that, they re-indicted me. They had one guy that's been in jail 5 years, another guy been in jail 6 years, which was brothers, that testified against me in trial.
How the fuck they testified
about some shit that happened in '91, and I didn't even know them. So it wasn't.
How the fuck did that stick?
I mean,
the feds.
Not the feds. My lawyer had got caught in a money laundering case with one of his clients, and he pledged his whole roster.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, pledged his whole roster, man. Like, I don't know for a fact that he pledged his whole roster, but I just know everybody he was representing at that time went to jail.
Wow. And you happen to be caught up in that whole twist.
Yeah. Yeah. I got faxes of him because what ultimately ended up happening was that one of his under-attorneys, his underlings, had ended up just branching off, getting her own. So she brought me the faxes of him, and the prosecutor faxing each other back a question and answer that they're going to say in my case.
So basically setting it up to where they can pin a case on you to help him basically whittle his shit down because he done fucked up.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was just all fucked up.
And how much time did you ultimately get in the feds behind that bullshit?
188 months. I was supposed to got 120 months. That's the max they can give me a trial.
Okay.
But then they enhanced me for a gun. a prior gun case that I had probation on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they enhanced me to 188 months.
Wow, 188 months. And how much time you end up doing off of that 188?
Well, during that time, they came out with a new law, the crack law, because they was trying to give me all this extra time from the enhancement shit because the guy said that they bought the cocaine and they cooked it up in the crack, which gave me that extra time on that enhancement shit along with the gun shit. So when they came out with the new crack law, it knocked off 40 months. Then the 13 months that I was in the county jail for, they added that to it too. So I took that 53 months off my 188 months and I'm doing like roughly 9 3/4 years.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And while you were in the feds, you know, I know a lot of time people do certain things to keep their mind strong and to stay focused on, you know, the end of the road, you know, to actually, you know, be ready when they get out. What did you do to prepare yourself, man, mentally, and how did you occupy your time while you were in the feds, man?
Well, I never went to the feds. No.
No?
No, I never went to the feds. They just housed me there. Mentally, I was with my family and with my people.
I got you.
You understand what I'm
I got
saying? Trying to compliment them on how to make them a better individual and secure their foundation and direction that they're trying to secure. So I was always doing research on something to aid. Like my wife liked the real estate. I did the research on the cities that was giving out grants for minorities. You know what I'm saying?
Because you had the time, so you took care of that part.
I had the time.
There
right?
you go.
You know what I'm
there
saying?
you go. Smart.
So with my time, I researched. Okay, my wife, she graduated construction management, and she's a licensed contractor. So let me see who's giving these grants up to these minorities, and she's a double minority because she's not only black, she's a woman. So I found out where they was giving these grants out. She'd go post up, you know what I'm saying, and she'd just barter and trade the opportunities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She'd subcontract the work because they giving it to her first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Smart.
And that was a way for her to be able to survive along with taking care of me.
And building a foundation.
Building a foundation.
Along the same time.
Definitely. So, and I always done that. And then I also I used to like hold classes in the library. It wasn't the law library, just the library, because I used to always study like different philosophers. And some of the main courses I like to read is from that Teach course. You know what I'm saying? I think it's 1877 Teach or something like that. Teach DVD, but theories of human development, theories of natural law and human nature. You know what I'm saying? And natural law and human nature. So I just always study those things because those things have brought me around full circle to understanding a lot of characteristics and energies and the system itself, and to I can understand, which it made me become more optimistic, more so than just going with the flow of what society said it is. You know what I'm saying? Because with me studying all that, it showed me that it's a better way.
And so, would you say that for the most part you did your own rehabilitation? Because people ask me, do counselors help you out in prison, or is there anything, programs in there? I mean, I told people you got to create your own.
Oh yeah, you definitely got to create your own, because if you know anything about prison, you know what I'm saying, their job is to create controversy. You know what I'm saying? Because you know they need fights over here and fights over here. They need to ship you here to get this new money, get this old money out, new money in. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to create your own. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not really trying to rehabilitate you. You feel what I'm saying? Now, it's some situations that they have where some people are so intense on learning or rehabilitating themselves to where they stand out more or they can help more. But I think those programs, again, are just for the money, you know, the money part of it, because they're really not trying to help nobody.
Being that you were a person who was more astute in prison, and the way you carried yourself, did you have to deal with any situations that, as far as like politically trying to smooth things out, or did people look to you to come and try to work things out? Because I know a lot of times, you know, people look for certain individuals when they can't deal with a situation.
Well, they didn't in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until we had a situation where one of my brethrens had got some drugs from the Mexican cartel, you know what I'm saying? And I was cool with the Mexican mafia, you know what I'm saying? So he didn't it was like 3 or 4 months went by and he had not paid him anything. You understand what I'm saying? So they come and talk to me and they telling me about it, but I'm not really into that shit. So I'm just listening. But when things started to activate, and now they begin to be the Mexicans against the blacks, now I don't have no choice but to get in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm going to be at odds with my closest friend, which is Mexican. You feel what I'm saying? So once I realized, like, okay, I get to the bottom of it. Okay, woo. So the guy was, I want to say he was GD. I went to one of the head members of the gang and I asked them, what's your bylaws? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all allowed to take business from somebody and not pay them? You know what I'm saying? Oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, because if you notice, all of those gangs are really supposed to be businesses.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be on no extortion, no gangster, no. It's supposed to be business. That's what that's what they were built on, business and protection. You know what I'm saying? A community or whatever. So when he said that, I'm like, well, this is the situation, man. Y'all all gearing up to go fight these Mexicans because this motherfucker don't want to pay his bill. I'm going to pay the bill, but let me lock up with dude. You know what I'm saying? And I deal with that because I can move around. You know what I'm saying? But I can't. 300 of these people don't got families can travel like I can.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So let me make the sacrifice. Let me lock in with him, and I won't pay them, but let me lock in with him and deal with it that way. So he was fucked up.
Because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was like, nah, and they end up taking care of it. But from that point on, the heads of the gangs, you know what I'm saying, confided in me, just as well as the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody really, one thing you know about prison, nobody really wants to be in there warring.
No.
But for their pride, they will die.
And respect.
Yes, and respect. They will die.
Yeah, that's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's what it boils down to. But really, motherfuckers just want to be in there doing their time as easy as possible, and whatever kind of fun they can have, they have it. So they don't really want to be in there warring. You understand what I'm saying? But if they don't have to, for the respect in their name or where they come from, they will. You know what I'm saying? So when you got a situation where you got a motherfucker that's going to exonerate those threats, then that's how I end up being a person to where everybody, like, whenever it's a situation that come to get me, you know what I'm saying, to kind of like ice it out. Then it got to the point to where it's like, because the system is so hell-bent on drama and bullshit, they can have a fight in D unit. I live in E unit. They can have a fight in D unit. I'm the first motherfucker to get locked up. I'm talking about I'm going to the hole.
Yeah, for you.
And I'm looking at them fighting. Like, what the fuck am I getting locked up for? Talking about it's a fight. Okay, can't you see him fighting? What the fuck you locking me up for?
Yeah.
And I'm steady going to the hole, and these motherfuckers are still over there fighting. Because I had so much influence. You understand what I'm saying? Because they wanted that fight to turn into a war.
They didn't want you to de-escalate shit.
Nothing.
Let's crack it off.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Overtime and all that bullshit.
You understand what I'm saying? So, because what happened, now, it's going to be some fights now. That's because you can't stop that because it's impulse. It's reactive. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some fights. But the wars is what I can kind of like suppress. You know what I'm saying? Because all I got to do is get to the bottom of whatever the root is. You understand what I'm saying? And address the root. Most people don't deal with situations like that. Most people just respond to the after effect. You know what I'm saying? And if you just get to the root, it's probably only one person.
Yeah.
2 people.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at FreshOutSeries.com.